Hey guys, Sam Explains here, back with another guide video. Today we're going to be looking at how to unlock Ultimate AJAX. So just like the other guys, we're just going to go over where to get the materials, the best spots to do them, so on and so forth. And I'm just going to take you through step by step on what you need to be doing. So before we begin, keep in mind that this Ultimate farm will be, in terms of drop rate, it will be difficult. So this is going to be a 10% drop rate and the rest is going to be 6%. So yeah, it's the only thing that's 10% is going to be his enhanced cells, and then just like Glay, Ultimate Glay, the other pieces are going to be 6%, whereas Ultimate Glay is going to be 6% across the board. So I would debatably say that this is one of the harder ultimates to unlock, just because the drop rate percentages are indeed lower than other ultimates. But let's just go ahead and jump into it. If you feel like this is a good in time investment for you and you just really want the character, as I always say, you can farm it. You'll get it when you get it. You could get really lucky, or it could take you a while. So just keep that in mind. With these farms, you really do never know. You never know how long it's gonna take. So because I do have people asking me all the time, oh, how long does it take to get this ultimate? And I honestly, I don't know how to respond because it's going to vary. People are going to get it in 10 hours, and then another person might get it in a month or 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It also depends on how much you're grinding it, because there's, each different person is going to vary because people have different IRL responsibilities. So that being said, there is no specific time frame. You're just going to get it when you get it. Obviously, if you hard grind, you could get it quick. So let's just keep that in mind. With all of these farms, they are difficult, and unless you get lucky with these drop chances, it will take you a good bit. So just keep that in mind. All right, so let's start off with the silicon. We're gonna go ahead and go to Echo's Swamp, and let's teleport to the Derelict Covert. And you're just gonna run around and scan. I always encourage doing this with Bunny because she can get around the map the fastest. And you're just going to follow these icons, and you're just going to open these munition boxes. We did not get one that time, but it's okay. You can just keep going. Punch this box. It's all RNG of what you get, and there you go. There's some silicon. So just keep doing that until you do have enough, and you'll be totally okay. All the blue mats are location based, so you just teleport into the map. Doesn't matter where, it can be anywhere in this zone, and you just go around looting those boxes and ammunitions. It's very simple. It's gonna be like that with all the blue mats. Next up, we have Flectorite. It's gonna be in the White Knight Gulch. As I said, literally anywhere. You can go anywhere you want to, but I'm gonna go ahead and teleport to the hatchery. You'll most likely have these farmed up, but if you don't, you can always just come here and do it. And there you go, Flectorite. Alright, next up we have the balanced plasma battery. Okay guys, so I have to go on a little rant here about this one. This material actually made me restart my entire video. I ended up recording a 3-hour, well, that's exaggeration. It was like an hour. I ended up recording an hour video because the problem with this mat is, so if you scroll over here, you see how it says you can get it from the heart of the fortress in a quarantine zone. So I went into hard mode and I tried farming these in the quarantine zone as well as the heart of the fortress. I did not get one to drop, not a single one. I did each run 5 times just to make sure I could test it out, to make sure I wasn't getting unlucky, or the drop chances to see if it had a percentile drop maybe on the bosses. No, that's incorrect. For whatever reason, I don't know if I'm bugged or if other people have this bug or if this is just wrong information. However, whatever the case may be, you have to do this mat in normal mode. I tested this 5 times in each, and somebody else might say that they got it in hard mode. If you did, it is what it is. But I'm telling you guys, I ran each one of these missions 5 times and the elite did not even spawn. So as I said, I don't know if it's bugged or what. So do this one in normal mode. When I did do the Heart of the Fortress in normal mode, I did test it. It did drop 15 of these. I'm also going to show you guys the quarantine zone just to let you guys know it does drop in normal mode. Do not do these in hard mode because it did not drop for me. If you want to maybe go try a hard mission and see if maybe your situation varies, you can absolutely do that, but I will not be farming these in hard mode. It just wasted my time. I tried my best to keep spamming it until I could get it to drop. However, those elites were just not spawning. So I'm going to do normal quarantine zone. If you, as I said, if you'd like to try it for yourself, you can absolutely go ahead and do that. However, I'd prefer to go to normal because from what I can tell, it is a 100% drop rate in normal, at least in my experience. So that's what I recommend doing. You can kind of play around with it if you want and kind of figure it out. However, I do recommend doing this in normal so you can get those drops. Keep in mind, you also can queue for this mission from Albion, but I'm just going to run over there just because I'm already here, and that's going to be in the fortress, and we're going to quarantine zone. And if you want to queue for it in Albion, there is a terminal that you go to right when you spawn in on the left, and it should be like a little globe looking thing. It's right next to where you queue for special operations. You're just going to jump down here, and it's going to be over here. As I said, you don't have to run to this. You can just queue it up from the city if you want. All right, and it's going to be this one right here. Let's go ahead and start a private operation. Again, this is normal mode. I could not get it to drop in hard mode, so be aware of that. I recommend using Bunny so you can just go in here and clear out the ads. She's just really good at speed running dungeons. You can also use Valby if you'd like, but however you prefer, it doesn't really matter. And then you'll see this elite spawn right here, the elite Vulgus, and then there you go. Balanced plasma battery. Now at this point, you could just leave the mission and then restart the mission and farm it that way. However you'd like to do it, but that's probably the most optimal way, is to come here, kill this elite, and then reset the mission. Keep doing that over and over in normal mode. Again, I did not get these to drop in hard mode, so if you're doing it in hard mode and wondering why it's not dropping, that's why. Also, keep in mind here, I'm still in the dungeon, that's why it's grayed out, but keep in mind here, you can do Heart of the Fortress in normal. However, I found that that mission has like a lot of RP. It takes a lot longer. So if you're just trying to knock out this one as fast as possible, I recommend doing the quarantine zone in normal, killing the elite, getting the drop, and then resetting the dungeon, and rinse and repeat until you have enough. And I just wanted to touch on something here. So originally I was going to tell you guys to go to the quarantine zone in hard mode because it drops pattern 124. And if you can see that, it drops the ultimate AJAX spiral catalyst. So I was going to say, hey guys, you can come in here and you can get the batteries as well as farm for this mat at the exact same time. And that would be extremely optimal. However, the damn things won't drop, so I can't tell you guys that. Unfortunately, I have to tell you guys, go farm in normal because it is not working as intended. Hopefully it gets patched in the future, but for right now, do it in normal, go get the mats, and then it just kind of is what it is. It's unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, hopefully they fix it in the future. I don't know why that they're not dropping or that the elites are spawning. It's very weird. I've never seen anything like that in all of my ultimate guides. So yeah, it kind of is what it is, guys. But all right, next up we got the ultimate AJAX enhanced cells blueprint. So here you have two options. You can fight the executioner, and for pattern 57, you're going to go here and do the Magister lab. So you want to only do this method if you are at the point to where you can kill executioner really quickly. If not, the Outpost just got like huge buffs, so it's kind of preference here. You could spam the hard dungeon, do pattern 57, because keep in mind that the hard dungeons, if your score is high enough, does drop multiple of those amorph material pattern, or I should say a chance. But you are guaranteed one per run. It's a 100% chance to get that amorph material. So if you wanted to spam the hard dungeon and then go back and keep fighting executioner and just kind of brute force it until you get the piece, that's absolutely an option. The other option is going to be an outpost, as we see in a lot of these guides. And then you can also do it in normal, but I don't recommend it. I will never recommend doing things in normal. I don't think it's worth it for the reduction in the drop rate. So I'm going to show you how to do this one right here, pattern 121, and that's going to be this one over here, converter facility Volga strategic outpost. That is going to be in the fortress, and we are going to teleport to the converter facility. Make sure you are in hard mode for this. And as you can see, it drops 120 and 121. The additional reward for successful infiltration, that means that you have to hack it with Sharon. So I will show you how to do that, just like in my other videos. And you always want to be hacking these because see it ups the chances to get a shape stabilizer, which is going to further increase your chances of getting those low drop rate percent pieces. So you always want to hack it with Sharon, no matter what. All right, now that we got Sharon equipped, we're just going to go ahead and run over to this outpost. You are just going to stealth in like so. And you're just going to hack the outpost. Make sure you do have skill duration built up and maximize duration. Clear out the ads, and or if you want, you can focus the boss. Completely up to you. And that's how you're going to do that. And then remember, you are going for pattern 121. I just got I just got a pattern 120, so I'm going to do it again until I get the pattern 121, and then I'll show you guys the boss fight. Still just waiting on pattern 121 to drop. I feel like I'm going to have to trade in my firstborn child for it to drop. All right, this is the one. I can feel it. Damn it. Alright, it's this one for sure. It has to be this one. Alright, there we go. And first try, obviously. So after you get the pattern 121 on your first try, you are going to go over here to the Abyssal Void Fusion Reactor Fortress Fallen Arc, and you'll always know that you're going to the right location because under linked amorphous material, it will show you which patterns it takes to unlock. Keep in mind this is going to cost monomer and organic, but luckily for us, we can go over here. This is one of the most busted missions in the game. This is the mission that they nerfed Bunny for because bunnies were just able to roll up against the wall. I believe you still can do it if you just spam double jump, but basically you can clear this out really quickly. You can go spam this. It says 5 minutes or less, but if you have a decent bunny, you can do this mission in like 30 seconds. And if you do have the bunny build where it's just like you jump up and down, you can clear this in like 15 seconds. So these shards aren't going to be hard to farm at all. Alright, then you're just going to teleport to the Fallen Arc, change to whatever Descendant you want to. If you are going to farm these shards, change to Bunny. If you are going to fight the boss, just whoever's your strongest. I am going to do it on Bunny. And then we're just going to run over there and fight the boss. And it's just going to be the same boss that you farmed the bunny code with. If you farm that, you will know this boss. He just puts like a life chain on you that constantly ticks you. And once you get him to phase 2, he's going to spawn these ads. This is different from the other boss. You're just going to kill them. He also can do that deflect thing, so if you shoot him while he does that, it's not going to do any damage. And there you go, you just kill him. If you are struggling, you can do this in public to see if other people are fighting the boss with you. Alright, and then it's going to be right here, the Ultimate AJAX Enhanced Cells Blueprint, 10% chance drop. This is the only piece that has a 10% chance drop, so if you want to farm this one first, you absolutely can. And the good thing about this one as well is you can get those energy activators. So let's see if we get lucky. Cross our fingers. First try. Nope. That's the way it goes though. So you're just going to rinse and repeat. And then you're just going to keep fighting this boss. Alright, next up we have the Ceramic Composite. We're going to go ahead and teleport to the White Knight Gulch. And we'll go back to the hatchery. And then we're just looking for that Ceramic Composite. And there you go. You would just run around and loot those. Alright, we got Hellion next. That's going to be in the fortress. Same things. We're going to loot the ammunitions and teleport to the defense line. I like going over here just because it usually gives me what I want. So I'm going to go over to this spot. Alright, well it betrayed me that time. Alright, we'll just try and break this box over here. And there we go, we got Hellion. Alright, next up we got the Anode Ion Particles. Alright, and we're going to do the large supply transport point in Hagios. So that's going to be this one right here, and we're going to teleport to the Fractured Monolith. It's going to be this one right here. You can feel free to test the other hard missions. I tested a few of them, and this one seems to be the best. However, if anybody else has found a better spot, you can absolutely let me know in the comments if you just want to help out other people. But from what I've tested, this is the best one. You're just going to clear these ads, and then we're just going to activate this, and this is the point to where we're going to get a timer, and then those elites are going to start to spawn. They do have a percent chance to drop them. It is not 100% guaranteed, but you will get them. So it's going to give you the option to step on these Kuiper ores. You can do a few if you'd like, but the goal is to wait long enough for those elites to spawn. So me personally, I recommend not finishing the mission until you kill all of the elites. And this should be the elite right here. There it is, the elite slaughterer. Kill him. And there we go. We got the Anode Ion Particles. Now you have two options here. The optimal option, in my opinion, is to just wait here, because there's going to be like 5 different elites that spawn, and they'll each have a chance of dropping some. So you can just sit here and wait. And or if you find a better method and you want to just restart the mission, you can do that as well. But I found this is the best way. Alright, and we're at around 3 minutes. This is where the next elite should spawn. And then see that? Another 2. So then we're just going to sit here and wait. Here's another elite slaughter. So this time we did not get a drop. As I said, it's a percent drop. It's not guaranteed. Alright, and then we have another elite slaughter at 50 seconds here. We did not get a drop on that one. And then here's another one, the elite vanguard. And we did get a drop here. Depending how lucky you get, I guess, since there's 5 elites total, you, I guess, could technically get 10. But keep in mind it is a percent drop, and then you would just wait here to fail the mission. Or if you wanted to just restart, you can. However you want to do it, but that's how you get those mats. And if anyone has a better method than that one, as I said, feel free to drop it down in the comments, because I know probably most people won't want to sit there for 5 minutes and just waiting for the elites to spawn. So however you want to do it, as I said, that's the mission that I played around with a little bit and noticed it had the most elites spawning. So yeah, that would be my recommended method, but feel free to test the other methods if you'd like to. All right, next up we have the Ultimate AJAX Stabilizer blueprint. So this one gives us 2 options. It gives us pattern 62 and pattern 112. So I'm going to be doing pattern 112. As you can see, I have 24 of these. That is because this is the outpost where I farmed my ultimate bunny. So I just had a lot of these stacked up from when I was farming the 113 pattern. However, I will show you guys as usual. If you want to go farm pattern 62, I'll show you guys that one first. So we're going to teleport to the repository, and this is going to be pattern 62. As you can see here, this is what is going to be dropping from it, and as well as pattern 63. I figured I would just show them on screen so you can just look at it quickly and decide which one you would like to farm. And we're going to run up here the repository Volga Strategic Outpost, pattern 6263. We are going to change to Sharon, always hack the outpost. And that's going to be this one right here. You're just going to stealth in. Okay, I got seen. Let me restart it. All right, we're just going to stealth in here. And these are pretty far away, so use your grapple hook for sure. And if you need to do 2 rotations, you absolutely can. Just clear out the ads because there are a lot of them, and then you're going to just focus down the orbs. They do infinitely spawn, so keep that in mind. Dodge this guy's shield thing, it CCs you, and you're just going to kill the boss. Rinse and repeat until you get the pattern. Now, as I said, technically you don't have to have Sharon for this one, but it's always better to hack. I'm always going to keep saying this because I want to drill it into y'all's head. Always hack the outpost, even if the pattern you're going for doesn't need to be hacked. You get that off pattern, which you'll eventually open anyways, as well as an improved chance to get the stabilizers. Always hack these, even if you don't need to. It's always a good idea. I did also, while I'm trying to get this pattern 62, I did also want to point out that this specific outpost, I'm sure everybody knows about the Valby run and the Fortress outpost, how people were just running in a circle with Valby. This one can actually work similarly. You just basically go down here, spawn the boss, and then you just run in a circle. It can be done with Valby or Bunny. Bunny is just a little harder because if you have your spell increase range, it will kill the boss. So Valby's like a more safe option. But this is a good farm spot if you're trying to do that as well. Just a little extra information. Figured I'd throw that out there. I think I saw this on Reddit or YouTube. I did not find this farm spot. I just remember from watching a video on it. So keep that in mind. Man, I am just not getting lucky with the Outpost today. We'll get the pattern 62 eventually. Geronimo! Oh my gosh, what is going on? My luck today is terrible. Yippee! There we go. Pattern 62. Alright, and then after you get pattern 62, very quickly like I did, absolutely, we are going to go to the Stairland repository over here. Again, always look under the linked amorphous material to make sure you are not wasting those shards and you are fighting the correct boss. This one is going to take monomer and inorganic, and we're going to teleport to the repository. I am going to go ahead and equip my bunny. Maybe. No. Alright, and then we got Bunny. Alright, and it looks like we're going to be fighting a elite slaughterer, as you can see at the top there. And just kill these guys. They're not that bad. Just aim for the head. Then we're going to have this Ultimate AJAX Stabilizer right here, 6% chance. Boom. Alright, I mean, I'll take it. Hey, stop. Alright, now moving on to the other option, which is the one that I'm going to do, simply because I own 24 of these. If you are farming this, keep in mind that you can't, if you don't yet have Ultimate Bunny, you can farm this one instead, and that way you can kind of farm 2 ultimates at once. I think this is the best thing to do, so we're going to go ahead and teleport to the forward base. And as we can see here, the amorphous material pattern 112 has that Ultimate AJAX Stabilizer. I just got infinite of these when I was farming for Bunny, because if you look over here in the 113 pattern, it is going to have that Ultimate Bunny Enhanced Cells blueprint. So if you do not have Ultimate Bunny, I highly recommend doing this one because you can farm 2 ultimates at once. 2 birds, 1 stone, as I always say. Let's change to Sharon. Then we're just going to go run over here to the forward base outpost. You can teleport here. And I lived at this outpost. I know this one like the back of my hand. I did this one about 5 billion kajillion times when I was farming for my bunny. We're just going to stealth in. Hack the outpost. And then clear the mobs if you want. I have Thunder Cage, so it's a lot quicker. But you can just focus the boss. He's really easy to kill. And that's what you would do. And assuming you got the pattern, we're going to go over here. This guy sucks, by the way. But we're going to teleport here to the Fractured Monolith Tactical Transporter. And the one we're going to is the Hagios Fractured Monolith. Keep in mind, this one does take inorganic and polymer, so make sure you have those shards farmed up before you go in there. This one can be a little tricky to get to, so I'm just going to show you guys how to get there. You're just going to go up here. And you're going to go this way. Gonna run up here, and then it should be over here. Yep. And then you're gonna zip up here, and it's gonna be in this little tunnel thing right here. And here it is. And then you're gonna summon this guy. This guy fires a laser beam at you. It nukes you, so you kind of have to do a little ring around the rosy with him. I'll show you guys. All right, this little beam thing right here will shred you if you just like eat it. So you want to just kind of kite around this little building here. If you get too close, he does a slam attack. Do not get hit by that. Then you're gonna kill the orbs. Way easier now that these got nerfed. It used to be you had to kill them in order, and it was really cringe. I am out of ammo, so I'm just going to die on purpose. I'm being kind of greedy, but it's fine. I mean, you can do this in public too if you're having a hard time, because I know this guy, if you're not like geared, this guy takes a while. Alright, and just finish him off. There we go. And then that's going to be this one right here, pattern 112. as I said, if you have pattern 113, it also contains the Ultimate Bunny cells. So 2 birds, 1 stone. We're going for this one though. Cross our fingers and pray to the RNG gods. Let's go, 1 shot, here we go. Okay, and that's how you're going to do that. Alright, next up we're going to move on to the nanopolymers, which are going to be in the Anode Desert. So we're going to click here and go to Mirage Stone and or your preference of wherever you want to go on the map. Run around the map, scan for these munition boxes, and there you go, nanopolymers. Next up we're going to do the shape memory alloy. We're going to teleport to Hagios, and I don't like going to Starfall Road. I'm going to teleport down to the dune base. Same thing, you're just going to scan and run around the map till you find the munition boxes. And there you go, the shape memory alloy. Next up we have the fusion plasma battery. So these can only be obtained by hacking the outpost. So we're going to go do this outpost right here. You can do the other one if you want to, it's complete preference. Keep in mind if you do the pattern 61, so the first one's going to be pattern 60 and 61. So that's going to contain the Ultimate Glay Enhanced Cells blueprint, and then pattern 61 is going to contain the Ultimate Lepic Code, and or the second option, which is going to be 64 and 65. And this one's going to be kind of trash unless you specifically need something from here, so I recommend going for the first one, but here's what pattern 64 is going to hold. I mean, unless you're going for like Eugen specifically, or Greg's Reverse Fate, or something like that, you can do this one. But the other ones are going to have the ultimates in them, so I highly recommend doing the first one if you do need those ultimates. So we're going to do this one, which is going to be over here. It's going to be in the Sterile Land, Rockpool Volga Strategic Outpost, pattern 60 and 61. We are going to teleport here first because we need to put Sharon back on, and then we can teleport down here to the Rockfall Tactical Transporter. After you have Sharon equipped, you're just gonna stealth in. Holy lag spike. And then you're gonna kill the elite. And then there you go. Fusion plasma battery. You're just gonna rinse and repeat. Luckily the timer's got like Omega buffed, so you don't have to teleport in and out of the map, so you can just do this over and over and over, and you'll eventually get as many as you need. Alright, next up we got the Ultimate AJAX Spiral Catalyst blueprint here. So unless you want to do Swamp Walker and Molten Fortress, which I assume that most people are not going to be there yet, so we're going to do this first option, and that is going to be pattern 98. And we're going to go over here to the Mountaintops Volga Strategic Outpost. And same thing, we're just going to do an outpost. As I said, it's always better to hack it. So we're going to teleport here to the Mountaintops Tactical Transporter. And once again, this is going to be kind of like a 2 birds, 1 stone deal. 2 birds, 1 stone, yeah. Okay, I said it correctly. But if you have pattern 98, you're going for Ajax. Pattern 99 also has an Ultimate Bunny piece in it. So you can farm 2 people at once. So this is also really good for that. All right, we're going to run over here and then go to the outpost. Keep in mind this outpost does suck. It spawns a lot of duplicates of the bosses, and you just kind of have to blow them up. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. All right, we're going to stealth in. They also body block you a lot on this one, which I hate. I really hope they remove collision. Alright, and then we got it, and then the boss is going to spawn, and he's going to make like copies of himself. You're going to shoot the orbs, there's the copies. And you're just going to kill them. Depending on how built you are, this could take you a lot longer. We did not get pattern 98, so I am going to rinse and repeat until I get it, and I will show the boss. Now, as I said, if you look here, you technically don't need Sharon to get pattern 98, but if you do want that pattern 99 and you want that increased chance at a stabilizer, which you should absolutely use Sharon always. All right, there we go. We got pattern 98. So next we are going to go over here to the Abyssal Void Knight Fusion Reactor White Knight Gulch Mountaintops. You can teleport here if you want to fight it with Sharon. If not, you can teleport here and put on whichever Descendant you want to fight it with. And just for fun, I'm going to fight it with my Ultimate Glade just because I haven't used her much yet. I did give in and I bought a skin, but as I always say in this game, I think cosmetics are completely okay. I will not be purchasing anything that gives me power, but I'm going to be buying like skins and stuff. Just if anybody was wondering why my Glay looks different, it's just because I bought a skin for her. Alright, and then you're just going to summon this guy. This boss isn't that bad. Oh, I ended. I forgot to hit my Q. See, I don't play this character too much. Alright, kill that guy, and then you're just going to kill the Warden. There we go. And then we want this piece right here, the Spiral Catalyst. I do have some shape stabilizers, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Cross our fingers. Damn. And you're just going to rinse and repeat that process until you get the piece. You can fight a Swamp Walker, but assuming you're not that far yet, you can do this one. The hard bosses, especially the later ones, tend to be pretty giga stacked, so unless you're just a beast, you can go try and do these if you want to. I am not that far yet. The only hard bosses I've downed are Executioner, and then I'm on Dead Bride. So depending on where your account's at, you can do this method, but I prefer this one, the hacking method. Alright, and then last but not least, we have the Ultimate AJAX Code. So for this one, as I said, this is going to come down to preference. So if you can nuke the Dead Bride really quickly, you can go here, and then you can go to the Sterile Land hard mission for pattern 66, because these amorph materials that drop in hard dungeons do have 100% drop rate. So if you don't like the Outpost, this is an option if you are that far into the game where you can go and just down Dead Bride really quickly. That's going to be here in the Sterile Land, and it's going to be the Forgottens. I am not going to show the run, but that is the option if you want to do it. We are going to do the second option, which is pattern 88 on the Outpost. So we're going to go here to the Vermilion Waste Volga Strategic Outpost. We're going to teleport to the Vermilion Waste. Go ahead and equip Sharon, and then we're just going to run over there. You can teleport here as well if you want to get a little closer, if you have the waypoint unlocked. Then same thing, we're just going to run in here, hack the Outpost. Somehow I got seen, so let me reset. I'm going to go over here on this side of the wall and then do it. Alright, go in here, and then we're going to hack. I got body blocked there. And just get these really quickly. And then you're going to kill the boss. There we go. I did not get the pattern that time, but you're just gonna keep running it until you do. And keep in mind, pattern 88 is the one we're going for, which is gonna have the code in it. But if you see here, if you hack it, you can also get pattern 89, which is gonna contain that ultimate Lepic code. So if you are wanting to farm all the ultimates, keep in mind that a lot of these outpost options, there's certain ones that you need to be doing because they drop 2 ultimate pieces. And there's pattern 88. We finally got it after a few attempts, and we're going to go to here. The Abyssal Void Fusion Reactor, Agna Desert. And as you can see, I don't have enough shards, so I need to get some organic shards real quick. So I am going to switch to Bunny, and this one drops organic and inorganic. So I'm going to go do that real quick, and then I'll fight the boss. Alright, now that we have enough, we're going to go up here. Teleport to the Vermilion Waste Tactical Transporter. Alright, and it's going to summon the Duplicate Enhanced Power Drackle. Let's see how much of a pain in the ass this guy is. Oh, he looks pretty cool. It's the first time I've done this boss, so... Looks like he fires some shard things at... Oh! That is a big mace, my dude. Alright, we're going to get him to phase 2 here. Kill the orbs. Relax, bud. Dodge that beam thing he does. Dodge his slam attack. Does a whirlwind thing as well. Just work him down and then finish him off. And there you go. Then we're just gonna roll it. As you can see here, this has the Ultimate AJAX Code and pattern 88 right here. And then just for fun, pattern 89, you can also have the ultimate Lepic code in it, so that's why I said 2 birds, 1 stone. If you eventually want to get Lepic, you can absolutely just knock this out. But let's go ahead and roll it. 6% chance. That's messed up, dude. And that's how you are going to unlock Ultimate Ajax. Thanks so much for all the support, guys, on all my guide videos. I'm trying to add better ways to do things and get better with each video I make. So we are going to do Ultimate Lepic next, seeing as how he is the last Ultimate Descendant. And of course, I will be doing a guide on how to get Luna and Ultimate Valby once the August 1st update drops. As well as eventually I do want to do a guide on all the normal descendants as well, just for anyone struggling to get them. I can kind of break it down for them. The goal basically is to have every single character on my channel so people can just come and see whatever character they're trying to get. I have a guide for it. Obviously it's going to take a little bit of time for me to get to that point, but anyways, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good day or night, depending on when you're watching, and I will try my best to get that Ultimate Lepic guide out. This farm is, or really all the farms, you know, it is a process. It's kind of tedious. It's going to take a little bit of time unless you get really, really lucky. So just hang in there and you guys will eventually get the character you want. Good luck. I am Samix Plays, and y'all have a good one. Peace. Oh, I'm getting like lit up. Bye, guys.